Welcome to God's Handiwork, our daily devotional. Remember that you are God's handiwork, created in Jesus Christ to do God's work, which God prepared in advance for you to do. This is Minister Alice from Dallas, Texas.
Imagine when you are a child and you're crying to your parent and you're like, help me, dad, help me if you're stuck somewhere. For example, if you're stuck, help me. And then your parent now jumps up to you to come to your rescue. That is what God does. When we cry out to him, he has mercy upon us. He comes up to our aid, like how Jesus of Nazareth said, send him to me. And the blind man, came to him, and Jesus said, what do you want me to do for you? So when we go to the throne of grace asking for mercy, we need to have a petition. We need to have a plea. We need to go to God with a question, with a solution. We're going to God saying, God, this is where I am. I have no one to help me, only you. How can you help me? God is asking you, what do you want? God asks a very specific question. What do you want? That is what Jesus of Nazareth asked the blind man. Tell me, what do you want? And then it continues to say, that was verse 55. And throwing off his cloak, he sprang up and came to Jesus. And Jesus said to him, what do you want me to do for you? And the blind man said to Jesus, Rabbi, let me recover my sight. And Jesus said to him, go your way, your faith has made you well. And immediately he recovered his sight and followed him on the way. So in real life, everyday life, when we ask God for mercy, is because we are at the end. We are saying, God, help me. And then God asks you, what do you want? Be specific when you're asking God, when you're at the throne of grace. When you're asked, what do you want? Be specific. People say, I went to a party and they said, what do you want to eat? They say, oh, give me anything. No, be specific. The menu says you can have chicken, you can have beef, you can have fish. Which of these menu items do you want? So when we go to God, we need to be specific. We need to say, God, help me find a job. This is the kind of job that I specifically want. I went to school for engineering. I want an engineering job. Don't just say you want a job. You can get a job anywhere. You can get a job in the store, retail. You can get a job selling things, but be specific when you're asking God. That's where you evoke mercy. God is moved by mercy. And that is why the blind man, he was yelling and yelling. He didn't care about other people because he was in a predicament all his life and he needed change. The mercy, he evoked the mercy of God. And because of that, he was given that which he asked. The second part to this is faith. We know the chapter, Hebrew chapter 11, is the chapter of faith. When we go to God, we need to have faith, even as we're asking him for him to help us. We need to have faith to believe, like the blind man, that he was going to see. He had an action. He got up. He started yelling, asking for help. Then he got off his feet and went towards Jesus. So when we have a need, we need to ask God. We need to ask God for mercy. Then we need to do an action. We need to get up. You want a job, then you need to get up and go look for that specific job. An action. Then we need to have faith that we will get that job that we are asking for. Let us have faith and evoke the mercy of God, which is the highest dimension of grace. Grace is the favor that we get from God, unmerited favor that we don't even deserve. Mercy is right there. When you say have mercy, is you're evoking a dimension that touches the heart of God, that I am here, just on my knees, coming to you, oh God, asking you to help me. I have no one else. Have mercy upon me. Without you, I am nothing. I'm like, if you don't come through for me, this is it for me. That is where you go to God. Mercy. We're going to continue this part of mercy.